Hey amigos, this is Vention. I'm over here at my rental condo doing a couple of last minute things before I advertise this place as a rental. I'm actually working today. I'm pulling a shift because there's sort of a younger divorced guy who managed to get his kids for Christmas and then he had to work. So I said, I'll take it. So, sometimes you got to look out for other guys, So he was very grateful because nobody else wanted to do it. But it's good overtime too. I'll take it. So I'm doing one or two more things, real quick things, like I'm yanking this water filter system because I doubt a renter would really want it, and I would certainly like to have it at my house. I lived here about 13 years, or 14. Bought it in 1998, about a year after I made the decision never to marry. So basically, and all during that time, if you're a guy, for example, and you find yourself in dire straits, you get injured from work, and you can't do your normal career, that would have messed me up hard. And it happened a couple of times, but not permanently. I was able to recover. But if you are a guy, there are man-sized holes in the social safety net that will drop your ass on the street if you can't look out for yourself. And I just really that's always been one of my horrors. One of the things I really didn't want to happen was to be homeless. So I've always paid a little extra on my debts and kept my finances straight, and basically I lived below my means. I could have purchased a house, or I could have purchased a condo that was like twice the value of this place. But instead, I got something very affordable, and it's a nice place, but it is definitely working class. And I am, as a mechanic, I'm the worker. But basically, if you manage your finances correctly, you can pay your debts off, pay your mortgage off, and then you can live on almost nothing. And one of the things I did to live below my means is that I had a friend or two living in that extra spare bedroom for about 5 of the 13 years, or 6. And it basically cut the house payment in half. So, and then basically, I was able to provide an awesome place for a friend of mine to live, and I was able. It was just a win-win situation. So this room right here really helped me pay for this place. I highly recommend, if you have friends you get along with very well, I highly recommend cohabitating, decreasing your financial footprint, and having friends live with you, sharing expenses. It's an awesome thing. I stuck that water heater in there a couple months back, had the place painted, replaced the carpets, had to cut some off of the door because the padding's thicker. I replaced this console and mirror as well as the tub because it imploded. I did that about 3 years ago. Not a bad job if I do say so myself. But anyway, if you can do anything to plug the holes in your finances, for example, I did that work myself instead of having it done. And it took me a month, but it basically paid off, and the place looks really nice. I had to really stretch myself to install this stove. The hood wasn't bad at all, but I was really I'm really taken with these flat top stoves. So basically, I'm going to turn this condo into rental income, and after the payments, I'm like the homeowner's dues and property tax, this place will probably bring in a little over $400 after everything, which I can then apply to my house payment. That'll drop it down to about $600 a month for a nice half-acre place. Then on top of that, my dad heard that I was going to rent out one of those extra rooms, or two of them, and he says, "Whoa, I'll take one of those." So now my dad's living with me, and it's nice. He's a good roommate, and that drops it down to about $350. I'll be living in that house for $350 a month, along with, of course, utilities and all that. And when you have roommates, you can actually split the cable bill, the internet bill, the garbage, water, everything. It's just a more efficient way to live. Now, of course, big corporations would love it if all of us lived by ourselves. That's why they love divorce so much. They make money off of that. But because everybody has to have their own house and replace and buy cars enough for all of them, but if you can contract your life and live more comfortably in a smaller area, there is no reason why you can't combine expenses. You don't have to be married to combine expenses and combine and share living quarters. And then there's always somebody to talk to. You want to play chess, or if you're kind of a geek like I am, just don't tell anybody. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. Now I do enjoy that still, and I plan to do that again once I get weekends off. But anyway, it was awesome. It was great having all my friends over and have the big table set up and order a couple of pizzas. Good times. Those were good times. So this place is now empty, and it's going to serve me again in another way by helping me pay off that house. I hope to have that house paid off in about 7 years. That's the goal. I'll see if I can do it. So there you are. Even on mechanics' wages, if you are a man going his own way, and if you're careful, you can live on much less than you make, and you can basically you can really put away a lot of money, pay off your debts, and then when you get old, like me, I'm 48. I just turned 48. You will find that your income to expense ratio is very low. And when it comes time to retire, I still got about 20 years left before I retire, or 15, 16, something like that. But it's pretty close, actually. But when it does come time for me to retire, all my stuff's going to be paid off. I'm going to have a garden that produces a significant amount of food. I'm going to have some backup power, like solar on the roof, to help me pay off the electric bill each month. Because whatever you can provide for yourself on your own property is something you don't have to buy. And corporations hate that, governments hate that, because they love to tax all that stuff. Their worst nightmare is everybody growing some food or the things that they need for themselves, and not paying a bunch of taxes. So before this thing's over 10 minutes, I better shut this off. So Merry Christmas, everybody.